Peace be with you, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor. Really grateful to have you here today. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a unboxing and first impressions of 3 fragrances. One is a fragrance that I've actually smelled once before, but it's been a number of years and I haven't gotten any full wearings out of it. And I came up on this over Christmas. This is Enchanted Forest by the Vagabond Prince. So this is a house from the founders of Fragrantica. They unfortunately haven't had this fragrance in stock for a number of years. I bought it for my brother for his birthday back in like 2018, and he isn't really into fragrances and has a deviated septum, so can't really smell that good anyway. So I asked him if I could buy this back off of him or trade him another fragrance to get this back into my collection. And since he knows that I'm into fragrances, he obliged happily, and I'm going to trade him a bottle of Tom Ford's Azzaro. So I'm just going to go ahead and start off with this fragrance. I'm going to put it on my right hand and give you my first-ish impressions, I guess, of this fragrance. So go ahead and put that on skin. So I was inspired to want to kind of ask my brother to repurchase or re-grab this bottle off of him because I saw a video that Robes08 did, Mark, and this was in his unicorns collection, top unicorn collection fragrances. So I noticed that it wasn't in stock at the Vagabond Prince website anymore, and he said that he didn't think it was coming back, so I really wanted to try and get it from him again. Still basically like 98% full. My brother said he only wore it twice since 2018. So I'm picking up, oh wow, yeah, it's really awesome. It reminds me of, it doesn't have a bubblegum sweetness, but it reminds me of a some type of really juicy fruity bubblegum, not juicy fruit bubblegum, but like a like some type of gum that I've tried before. It's got a really mouth-watering type of black currant. There's some green going on, but it's kind of in the background right now because of the top note of black currant is just like very overpowering and tart and juicy, just so succulent. Well, yeah, you can I'm kind of getting some of that forest vibe coming through in the background a little bit. It's like a very much more better done Cape Heartache that has that strawberry and forest combination going on, except like this is just so much more well done than that. Yeah, this is, I wish I could recall what type of gum this reminds me of. Something very like red, and it comes in like a cube. Yeah, this is really wonderful. Okay, yeah, so far this one is just incredible. Just tart, juicy, fruity. I'm starting to get that green sort of foresty aspect going on. It's very much Enchanted is a good way to describe it. The bottle is just incredible. You've got like a little moon right there. There's a swan kind of tucking its head into its body over here. Incredible presentation. Might be my favorite presentation out of anything in my collection. Again, it's very difficult to find the full bottle of this, but I have seen samples available still online that you can pick up for a decent price. I think I saw like a 10 milliliter sample somewhere for like 40 bucks. Definitely worth checking out. I'm gonna let that kind of settle down a bit and get back to it. Okay, and then the other 2 fragrances that I picked up came in from Fragrance Net. There are a couple of cheapies. One of them is recently discontinued, and that is Azzaro Homme Intense. So I'll just go ahead and start off with that one. They used to be able to find this one for like under $30, I think. I ended up paying around $42 since it's been discontinued. It's supposed to be somewhat of a boozy barbershop with a huge emphasis on cinnamon. All those are fragrance notes that I particularly enjoy. And I like to wear boozy fragrances in January because it's usually the most bitter cold month of the year for me. And in the same way that some people drink to kind of warm themselves up, I I don't drink myself, but I tend to reach for boozy fragrances in the cold to give me that warming sensation. So really nice bottle. In general, I think the Azzaro bottles are kind of clunky, but this one has like a really nice ambery glass color. Looks a little bit more classy than I think the only other one I have from Azzaro is the mint one. Not too big of a fan of that one. I think it does have a little bit of a toothpastey vibe going on. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on my left hand. We'll get a look at the atomizer there. Kind of give it a couple of test sprays. Okay, really nice atomizer. I'm going to let that one kind of settle down a bit on my hand while I start to open up the other bottle here. And then the other fragrance that I ended up picking up is from the house of Enrico G. I saw another fragrance reviewer. I forgot the channel name because they changed it and stopped doing fragrance content, but they recommended this one. This is Oud Privé. It's supposed to be no oud in the actual note breakdown. I think there's probably some woody accords in here, but it's supposed to be like a caramel, woody, vanilla sort of fragrance. So I'll set that one down and then get a waft of the Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. Okay, not quite as much cinnamon as I was expecting. Because I've heard that this was very much a cinnamon prominent fragrance. I'm definitely just getting a lot more of that barbershop kind of vibe. Yeah, it's really, really pleasant. It's like a nice, sweet barbershop style fragrance. It's very like fresh. It's giving my nostrils like a menthol type of vibe. Like it's not minty or you know, there's no fresh qualities in it other than like the sensation that I get. Like it's just got that fresh barbershop type of sensation going on in my nostrils. Yeah, very pleasant. I might spray that one again because it's coming off a little bit light. And then finally, I'm just going to go ahead and put this Enrico G Oud Privé over here on my forearm. Go ahead and get a couple sprays there. Okay. Atomizer on this one wasn't the greatest. Presentation's fairly nice though. I kind of like the glass bottle. Cap's a little bit cheap, kind of standard. It's actually plastic. And not metal, or it's like kind of like aluminum foil if it is metal. But yeah, I think the presentation on this one is pretty nice. I picked this one up for like 30 bucks. So I think, like I said, they discontinued this line, the Oud line that they have. There's like 4 of them. I think Oud Privé, Oud Magnifico, and a couple other ones. This is the only one I've got so far. And then they have like a couple of fresher springtime looking fragrances that they are still producing. Okay, so this one is very light. I can kind of get a little bit of that caramel kind of vibe going on. This one is actually not on, this entire house isn't on Fragrantica, but they do have it on Parfumo, so I'll try to put the note breakdown for this fragrance over here on the screen, as well as maybe check out the notes for this one, and then the Enchanted Forest I'll put up on here as well in succession. But yeah, this one's a little bit soft, not quite that impressed with it so far. I kind of got these two because I'm looking for some more winter cheapies. I did a winter cheapies list earlier in the year, but there's been a few fragrances on there that have gone up in price or are unavailable in the cheapie range, so I was looking to do a second winter cheapies list here for January, February for the 2023 season. So I wanted to see if I could find something. Like I said, this was like 30 bucks. Yeah, very light. Maybe I'll try to get some more full wearings out of this one. I could just be getting a little bit overwhelmed by smelling 3 fragrances back to back. Okay, the cinnamon is definitely coming out more on this one as I'm picking it up on this hand. But yeah, beautiful barbershop style fragrance with that nice cinnamon accord going on that I think makes it really good, well suited for the winter. A shame that this one also is discontinued because I can't include it in the cheapies list because it is over $40 at the only places it's available at now. But looking forward to wearing this one. I might make this my scent of the day, try to see how this one performs. I'll be working outside in the cold later. Yeah, very, very pleasant barbershop kind of coolness going on in my nostrils from that one, though. It's nothing too crazy. I mean, it's like not overwhelming me in terms of wow factor, but it is very pleasant, and I'm looking forward to wearing this one. However, the Vagabond Prince, Enchanted Forest. Yeah, okay, so like the tart, juicy fruitiness is starting to kind of, it's still very much present, but it's getting subdued by some like very pleasant greenery. It just feels like walking, literally is transportive and feels like walking in a forest. It's like a nature hike. Getting accords of like both the green and the barks on the trees and like the twigs in the ground, a little bit of a soil. Yeah, oh, incredibly wonderful. Super glad that I was able to get this one in my collection since it is so rare, and you know, it's an offering from the people that invented or started the website Fragrantica, so I'm glad to support them in some sense. And then, yeah, this one's still a little bit light. I'm going to want to get some more testing out of this one, but not overly impressed with it at the moment. So I'd have to say that the Enchanted Forest is the clear winner, no surprise there. Azzaro Homme Intense, really nice, beautiful barbershop fragrance, but not ticking any wow factor boxes for me at the moment. So yeah, first place, second place, and third place on these first impressions. I'll get back and try to do some follow-ups with these, maybe talk about them in my weekly wears in the coming week. But yeah, I appreciate you sticking with me through this first impressions and unboxing video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.